No, you're not going crazy. That Microsoft 365 Copilot feature you sure got announced last year really isn't anywhere to be found in your app. This is a real pain point for those adopting Microsoft 365 Copilot, a product that, while in my opinion continues to go from strength to strength, also has an annoyingly sticky backlog of features either announced by Microsoft or at least strongly suggested that users are waiting for. In this video, I'm going to look at the top 5 Copilot features that seem stuck on this announced but never arrived list and try to work out exactly what's going on with them. My name is Nick DeCourcy. I'm a Microsoft 365 consultant who specialises in AI adoption for small and medium-sized businesses. I'm also a Microsoft MVP for Microsoft 365 Copilot. If you're interested in keeping up with AI advancements, make sure you get subscribed to the channel and drop this video a like so you can get to see more from me in the future. And if you're interested in working with me, check out the links down in the video description to get in contact. Prioritise my inbox. By far the most commonly cited example of an AWOL feature is the Prioritise My Inbox capability for Outlook. This was announced all the way back as part of Copilot Wave 2 in September 2024. This is stated to be a capability that allows Copilot to proactively manage your inbox by prioritising its content based on AI analysis and your guidance in the form of AI-based rules. At first, it was suggested it would arrive in public preview in late 2024. It was then moved to a rollout beginning April 2025. Eventually, some users did start getting access, but across multiple tenants where I have Copilot licenses, I don't believe I have ever seen it. There is also no admin control to force it to arrive or to stop it just randomly turning up. My current understanding is that this does exist, but is capacity gated on a limited basis. Earlier in February 2026, it was announced that this would be removed from Outlook for iOS and Android, with Microsoft citing user feedback and costs as the reason. At this point, the most favourable analysis of the situation for Prioritise My Inbox is that Microsoft significantly underestimated their ability to keep up with the needs of AI processing all the email to hit Outlook, and this has radically slowed down their ability to release it to tenants versus what we'd normally expect. Yet as recently as last fall, Microsoft was releasing content focusing on the benefits of this capability, so my guess is we will eventually all see this. For now though, I have no timeline to share that's better than Microsoft support's own advice of just try again in a few days. Project Manager Agent. In late 2024, Microsoft started showing off the potential for integrating agent experiences to be part of Copilot, and one aspect that was prominently featured was a Copilot agent working as a project manager. Project Manager Agent isn't a ghost feature like Prioritise My Inbox. In fact, with the right licenses, you could probably go to try it right now. But it is a feature that appears to have been stuck in a perpetual state of preview, where, with the swirl of changes around the core products it works in, it's unclear exactly when it will be production ready or what that production ready agent will look like. The Project Manager Agent is a fairly compelling idea. Based in Planner, it helps to create and organise tasks and has seen real development efforts since it first started its public preview in December 2024. It has become broadly available, applicable to more Planner plan types, and expanded out of Teams into the Planner app. Yet there remain big gaps, particularly around non-English language support as I currently understand it. The biggest gap, though, is that being an enduring preview, there really isn't any capability that's part of this agent that we should rely upon in the longer term. In the same time frame since this agent was announced, Facilitator went through preview, got released to general availability, and is now a solid part of the Copilot capabilities most users should be relying on every day. This difference is more to do with how Microsoft releases features than the capabilities not being there. Yet for long-term planning and support purposes, Microsoft recommends you don't use previews for production work. The age of Copilot has stretched the credulity of Microsoft's product release cycles as far as Gmail stretched the beta release label in the mid-2000s. Yet for risk-conscious organisations concerned about Microsoft's product terms who are paying for Copilot, a valuable feature only available for nearly a year and a half in preview might as well not exist. Seamless supervision in Copilot Studio. Back at Ignite 2024, we saw the new world of agents that was being built by Microsoft through Copilot Studio, an important new advance to take Copilot from the reactive to the proactive, autonomous agents. The demo rolled out here and again at subsequent events was of McKinsey using an autonomous agent to work with customer inquiries, a logical use of autonomous agents. And while the capabilities surfaced in this preview have now largely been delivered by Microsoft as part of Copilot Studio, there is one big aspect of what was shown off that is still largely absent: the seamless way human supervision was able to unblock the agent inside Copilot Chat. Despite human supervision of AI being core to Microsoft's responsible AI approaches, bringing human in the loop into the flow of Copilot Studio agents has been a somewhat slow and frustrating experience. Copilot Studio doesn't tend to play well with traditional places you might have human interaction happen in automations, like the Teams-based approvals app. And while a new request for information human in the loop action has now been surfaced that can work in the flow of a running agent, it isn't a seamless experience like chatting with an agent that was shown off now so long ago. Is this coming? At this point, specifically in relation to this feature, I don't know, but this does continue to be a pain point that not only frustrates Copilot Studio makers, but also makes responsible AI adherence harder. It seems likely, with the growing agent wars between Microsoft, OpenAI, Anthropic and others, that focusing on this type of seamless integration is something that is likely to make its way to the top of the priority list again. We can only hope. Windows settings via Copilot. When Windows Copilot was first shown off at Build 2023, one of the most compelling parts of the demo was the ability to control Windows settings through natural language. Toggle dark mode, manage Bluetooth, adjust accessibility settings, all by just asking Copilot in the sidebar that was deeply integrated into the operating system. This actually shipped. It arrived with Windows 11 23H2 in late 2023 as that sidecar experience accessed by the Windows key plus C, and for a brief period you could ask Copilot to change your settings. That Windows plus C combination was even superseded by the dedicated Copilot key you see on Copilot Plus PCs and other Windows keyboards. Then the feature was taken away. In mid-2024, Microsoft replaced the OS integrated sidebar with a new Copilot app. The deep Windows integration, including the settings control, was removed and since has never come back. And then what Copilot in Windows actually is has shifted around quite a lot, seemingly pulled in two competing directions between the consumer Microsoft Copilot and the business data integrated Microsoft 365 Copilot. Today, that Windows plus C shortcut or Copilot key pulls up the Microsoft Copilot app, which lacks any of the functional Windows integration that was originally promised. And even Microsoft Learn seems to acknowledge the confusion of this plan, with it was originally intended to invoke Copilot in Windows, but this use shifted as we evolved Microsoft Copilot experiences on Windows. Just recently, Microsoft has started to reimagine how AI might be part of Windows all over again, so I doubt we're at the end of this journey. However, for now at least, that first video of Windows as the AI operating system is a set of features that if you blinked in mid-2024, you might have missed. Sound Like Me. Another Outlook feature, Sound Like Me, dates back to September 2023, where alongside the email drafting tone controls we see today, another intriguing option was previewed to allow AI to automatically make the content sound more like you. Emails that seem too much like AI to be usable is a major sticking point for many users adopting Copilot in Outlook, and while there are other ways to achieve more natural sounding outputs, like Outlook's own custom instructions, none are as straightforward as what was implied by this control, where it appeared Copilot would just take care of it. We could assume the way this feature was intended to work was that based on your existing inbox content, Copilot would build a writing profile similar to the type of memory profile we can see in a chatbot product like Claude, and then use this as a resource for processing content generation or rewriting requests. This feature never landed. By mid-2024, Microsoft was already talking about moving in a different direction, and it's unclear whether new personalized intelligence frameworks like WorkIQ will bring back this capability. But for now at least, I wouldn't hold your breath. Go write some custom instructions for Outlook, as sound like me is not on the cards. This definitely isn't a comprehensive list of Copilot features that are missing, were promised, or once appeared and then vanished. I honestly could make a whole video about the journey the Apps button has taken around the Microsoft 365 Copilot app in the last few months. By the way, if you're the person in charge of that, we know you're now just mocking us. But with all seriousness, overall, the range of features Microsoft has managed to get into Copilot in just a few short years, and the level of integration between them, is a huge win. Copilot now genuinely offers useful experiences almost everywhere across the suite. It can just be hard sometimes to keep up. Tell me whether you agree with this list, or if there are similar features you'd like to highlight. Start the discussion down in the comments. Thanks for watching through to the end. Until the next video, bye bye.